Kids for Positive Change is brought to you in part by Robert S. Morrison Foundation, the Ashtabula Foundation, the Kendall Foundation, Huffman Mayer Paulo Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors, a friend of Kids for Positive Change, After School Discovery, and viewers like you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Camille with Kids for Positive Change, and this is Bree, the Rescue Rooster. Join Bree, me, and the Kids for Positive Change team to take positive action to curb climate change. Are you ready, Bree? Are you ready? Let's meet the team.
Hi, I'm Sadie.
Giselle.
Michelle.
Jenna.
Jalen.
Emma.
Tyree.
Hi, I'm Clara.
Chance.
Malia.
Quinn.
We are Kids for Positive Change.
We're the Kids for Positive Change, working together so we can arrange bright ideas and actions with help from our heartbeat to heal our planet, 'cause we're one family. Our goal is finding solutions we need to save our planet. Let's start with the seed that grows into actions to help light the way. Kids for Positive Change, come join us today.
Today, we're learning about climate change, fast fashion, and how we can take positive action. Climate change is a pretty hot topic, literally. Let me explain. First, let's talk about climate. Climate is not the same as weather. Weather changes from day to day. Some days it's sunny, raining, snowing, or windy. Climate is the pattern of weather conditions over a large area over a long period of time, like 30 years or more. Different places on Earth have different climates. There are dry climates, which get little rain, temperate climates that are warm with mild to cold winters, tropical climates that are warm, humid, and wet, polar climates with super cold winters and short, cool summers. The animals, plants, and people living in these places rely on steady climates to survive and thrive.
But climates are changing because the Earth's temperature is rising.
And the Earth's temperature is rising because of greenhouse gases, otherwise known as
Global warming. Global warming is caused by too much carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide in the Earth's atmosphere. These are naturally occurring greenhouse gases, but we've got way too much in the Earth's atmosphere right now because of human activities.
Let's focus on
Fast fashion.
What does fast fashion have to do with climate change?
Fast fashion describes mass-produced, cheaply made clothes that have a huge impact on the environment. These clothes are trendy and affordable, but aren't made to last and quickly go out of style. They are tossed out and pile up in landfills.
Fast fashion has increased the number of clothes we own, and it's way too much.
My grandmother always used to say, you can only wear one shirt at a time.
But what does fast fashion have to do with climate change?
Fast fashion produces a lot of carbon dioxide.
But how?
It's a triple whammy.
Whammy number one, fibers and fabric. Synthetic fibers like polyester and nylon, used as fast fashion fabrics, are derived from crude oil, a fossil fuel. Some microfibers are made from plastic, also derived from fossil fuels. Furthermore, microfibers shed tiny microplastics when washed, and eventually those microplastics end up in our waterways and are eaten by marine life. 1,900 fibers on average can be shed by a synthetic clothing garment during just a single trip through the washing machine. Cotton, although natural, requires a lot of water and often toxic pesticides and fertilizers to grow. Whammy number two, transporting clothes from factory to store to our closets on ships, planes, and in trucks and cars requires fossil fuels and is all heating the planet fast. Whammy number three, when consumers throw away clothing, it takes 200 plus years for fabrics to decompose in landfills. During that time, the fabrics generate the greenhouse gas methane and can leach toxic dyes and chemicals into the soil and groundwater. Yikes!
There's no doubt fast fashion is speeding up climate change. Let's journey to the desert, a place you wouldn't think is being impacted by climate change, but it is. Are you ready, team?
Ready!
Are you ready? Let's go! Deserts are found on every continent on Earth and are the driest places on Earth, getting fewer than 10 inches of rain a year. Lack of rainfall means most animals, plants, and people who call the desert home rely on groundwater stored in aquifers below the surface.
Some desert climates are hot and dry, and some are cold and dry. In fact, the biggest desert in the world is Antarctica. Even though it's covered in snow and ice, it rarely rains or snows in Antarctica, which makes it a desert.
Amazing.
I know, right?
But when you think of a desert, we usually think of sand.
Yes.
Not snow. Desert sands are an important carbon sink on Earth. Bacteria living in the sands help gather and store carbon dioxide.
Can anything even live in a hot and dry desert?
Yes, deserts are home to about 1 billion people on Earth. Plants have adapted to survive without much water. Want a date?
I think we're still pretty young to date.
No, I mean a date, as in a fruit that grows in the desert.
Oh, I totally knew what you meant.
Did you know some desert plants have special properties that can be used to fight human illness? And desert habitats are home for many different animals.
Whoa!
Meerkats, fennec fox, camel, desert tortoise,
And the thorny devil call the desert home.
It's time for Quiz Quest with Chance, who's on a quest for knowledge.
True or false? The thorny devil uses its spiky skin to drink water.
True.
Water flows through the grooves between the spikes and towards the thorny devil's mouth. You could say this lizard's skin acts like a bunch of drinking straws, soaking up water which travels directly to his or her mouth.
Understanding how thorny devils collect water could inspire inventing a technology for gathering fresh water in deserts for humans.
There are a lot of cool animals in the desert.
There sure are. Animals, plants, and humans rely on healthy deserts to survive and thrive. When deserts are healthy,
We're healthy too.
You would think climate change couldn't impact a desert. I mean, it's already hot. But even small temperature increases drastically impact plants and animals living in the desert.
Animals and plants living in the deserts are losing their habitats, water, and food sources. Some are vulnerable, endangered, or critically endangered, and at the risk of becoming extinct.
As this happens, they can't play their important roles keeping ecosystems balanced. This leads to something called a cascading effect. When one thing goes down, it starts a chain reaction.
Less rainfall means more intense, longer droughts. Temperature increases impact the number of wildfires that destroy slow-growing trees and shrubs. Soil is also impacted, becoming less nutrient-rich.
Desert temperatures are rising fast.
Almost as fast fashion.
So fast fashion, climate change, fabrics?
We've got it.
Fast fashion puts a lot of carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere.
Which causes climate change.
We see the effects of climate change throughout Earth's climates, including the dry, hot climate of the desert.
Exactly. But there's more. And it's another whammy times 2.
Whammy number 4. Although denim is durable, dyes used on jeans pollute waterways. Cotton used for jean fabrics is usually grown using toxic pesticides, and jeans are thirsty.
On average, it takes 1,800 gallons of water to grow the cotton for one pair of jeans. That's enough water to supply the average U.S. household for approximately 4 days.
Whammy number 5. Fast fashion garments spark a lot of ethical concerns. They are often made in sweatshops where workers are employed for long hours in unsafe conditions.
This is a big problem.
It sure is.
But together, we can find solutions and take positive action.
We know with small steps and bright ideas can lead to big results.
Are you ready to take positive action? Yeah! Our Kids for Positive Change team meet and share their bright ideas to slow fast fashion and curb climate change. You can start your very own Kids for Positive Change team. Ask friends and family to meet and talk about how you can take positive action to help the planet. Set goals, take action. What can we do to take positive action? We can!
Be Earth advocates. To advocate means standing up and speaking out about a cause you believe in, and asking others to join you. We can ask decision makers and CEOs of companies to slow down fashion and make it more sustainable.
Do your research. When shopping, look for sustainable clothing companies who treat the planet and their workers fairly.
We can spend our dollars on sustainable fashion, which includes clothes made from recycled and reclaimed fibers and dead stock fabric.
Dead stock fabric is extra fabric from the fashion industry, which is usually burned or ends up in a landfill. This perfectly good fabric makes perfectly good pants and shirts, hats, shoes. You get the picture. Now, let's ask an expert about sustainable fashion.
Hello, my name is Casey Dworkin. I am the founder and designer for Sylven New York. We are a sustainable fashion brand. We focus on shoes and footwear, and my mission is all about working with new materials, finding new ways of making old things, and really prioritizing people, the planet, and the environment. So we've got great materials. One of our favorite ones is called apple leather, and it is actually made of apples. And it's food waste. So when you think about juice or jams, or anytime you've gone to a store or a market and you've bought an apple edible product that wasn't just an apple itself, when you think about the way that that product is made, there are parts of that apple that are not being used. So what we do is we take those leftovers, we take the discarded parts of the apple when you're making something like a juice. So you don't use the core, maybe you don't use the seeds or the stem. So there's physical parts of the apple that are then going to waste. What we do is we take that waste product, we dry it so it gets dehydrated and it gets turned into a powder. And then this powder actually makes up the main form of the material that we then bind to a fabric, and it mimics leather. So the final result is something that really looks like something that we all know and interact with very often in fashion and in life. But instead of being the regular leather product that we know it as, it's actually made from apples and food waste. Kids can be part of the solution by questioning everything around you. Be really curious, be inquisitive, try to understand and learn what things are made from, why they're made that way. And I think something else that kids can really do is challenge things. If something has been done in a very specific way and the answer is just because it's always been done that way, ask why. Get a little bit deeper and figure out, is there an alternative? Is there a better way of working? And is there something that you can do right now, or something that you can think about that's always been done a certain way that you think could maybe be improved upon?
We have the power to change climate change by the choices we make every day.
Helpful Habits with Jenna and Jalen.
We can form helpful habits to help the planet.
Buy less.
And when you do buy clothes, buy only what you need.
Think quality over quantity.
Buy clothes that are going to last a long time.
And whenever you can, shop small. Support local businesses.
Or go thrift shopping for gently used clothes. You'll find some fabulous finds.
Let's make slow fashion fashionable.
Tyree's Tips with Emma and Tyree.
Tired of what you're wearing? Have a clothing swap. Swap gently used clothes with friends or family.
This coat just isn't me anymore.
Really? I love that coat.
Here.
Wow, thanks, Tyree. Let's swap.
I love this scarf. Don't judge me, pink isn't only for girls.
He's right.
Room for Change with Clara and Chance.
You can take positive action for the planet in every room in your home.
Spot clean clothes so you don't have to wash them so much. This is good for the clothes and the planet because you're saving water too.
When you wash clothes, let them air dry.
This is good for clothes and the planet because you're saving electricity.
Repairing is caring.
Give clothes in your closet a second chance. Repair broken zippers and patch holes. Or not, ripped jeans are back in style.
Hey Jalen, what do cactus and coins have in common?
Well, a cactus grows in the desert, and a coin, I don't know.
A coin purse! Sustainable fashion companies are making cactus leather from cactus leaves. Way cool!
Make the connection with Quinn and Giselle.
Today, we're talking about cactus leather, cows, and climate change.
What's the connection?
Cow skin is used to make leather. To make leather, the skin is treated with highly toxic chemical substances. This process is called tanning.
These chemical substances can pollute oceans, waterways, and animal life. They can also harm local communities. And cows produce methane gas, which is a climate change contributor.
Exactly, but cactus leather made from cactus leaves doesn't require any toxic chemicals. And even better, no cows are needed, which means no methane gas and no harm to our farm animal friends.
Needless to say, that's pretty awesome.
Now that we've made the connection,
let's pass it on.
Pass on everything you've learned today. One of the most powerful things you can do is share your knowledge with friends and family. Take positive action together.
Make an informative flyer to share your knowledge.
Draw a picture to share your knowledge.
Make a video to share your knowledge.
Write an article for your local newspaper to share your knowledge.
Sadie's Solutions with Sadie.
We've just told you about many solutions. Let's add them to your Take Action jar. Buy less. Care and repair clothing. Advocate for slow fashion and sustainable fabrics. Go thrift shopping. And host a clothing swap. Every day, choose one piece of paper and take action.
Bree, choose a take action. This one. Host a clothing swap. Join us. Do you have lots of clothes? You want to swap? Okay. Definitely join us.
Sustainable fashion can start with a swap. Swapping gently used clothes is a great way to change your wardrobe and keep unwanted clothes out of landfills. There's no need to buy new clothes when you can swap. A clothing swap is good for you and the planet. Motivational message with Malia.
Taking positive action never goes out of style. Small steps lead to big results. Keep going. Keep adding your voice and positive actions to the fabric of the earth.
Bree, the Kids for Positive Change team rocks. Or in chicken speak, walks. But they're not alone. Did you know there are kids across the globe taking positive action for the planet? Let's meet one of them now.
Hi, my name is Jade Rush. I am 21 years old and a senior in college. I am the founder of Green Adventures Publishing, LLC. I started my company so I could help educate children about different environmental topics and problems going on in the environment and the world around them. At Green Adventures Publishing, LLC, we're working to educate through action by creating educational and entertaining children's books focusing on different environmental topics. Each book also will have an interactive element at the end so you can have a hands-on experience. At Green Adventures Publishing, LLC, we work to create environmentally friendly books with sustainable materials, plant-based inks, recycled paper, and different elements to help lower the environmental impact. I wanted to start Green Adventures Publishing LLC because I think it's important to not only write about different environmental topics and problems and different solutions, but also to act through that and produce a sustainable book that's not doing more harm to the environment. When you get your first book, there will be a seed page in the back that you can tear out and plant the whole page. You'll be able to watch as the flowers grow, which will help the bees and other insects in the environment around you. So the first book in the series is going to follow a character named Evelyn the environmentalist, and she's going to go over the topic of climate change. So she's going to take you through this story, different aspects, and then have some solutions that you can do at home to help out. I do believe that we will be able to turn this around and kind of get climate change under control. I think if everybody can take one action a day, one little step, it definitely builds up over time and will help lower the impact and turn it around. Whether that be through reading my educational stories and doing the different actions in the back of the book that will help, or whether that be going out and educating themselves more on what else is happening, learning more so they can kind of start to see what's going on and what can be done.
Whoa, what an amazing youth change maker. You know what? You are a change maker too. Wherever you go, go the distance for the planet because
local action gets global traction.
We can go the distance for the planet by saving and protecting nature and natural resources in our local communities. When we
use eco-friendly makeup and hair products and deodorant.
Air dry clothes instead of using the dryer.
Visit our local, state, and national parks and nature preserves.
We are taking positive action that makes a difference locally and globally.
We might not live near a desert, but always remember,
what we do here matters there.
Because climate change is impacting everything and everyone.
And when we take positive action to curb climate change, we're taking positive action for all animals, humans, and the planet, because we're all connected.
If we can take positive action, so can you!
Whoa, you all rock! Until next time, share your knowledge and keep taking positive action for a cooler climate and a brighter future. See you later. Bye.
Hey Emma, what do candy wrappers and shoes have in common?
Well, I eat candy, which comes in wrappers, and I wear shoes. I don't know.
Candy wrapper shoes. Sustainable fashion companies are making shoes from discarded candy wrappers, which helps the planet and curbs plastic pollution.
Way cool!
Hi. My question is, what was your favorite journey and what was your favorite part about it?
Ooh. Well, you know what? Since this is the Kids for Positive Change series, I'm going to share that journey with you because I had no intention of starting Kids for Positive Change. Did you know that? No. So I was an actress living in Los Angeles, California. I did a lot of television commercials. And I had a great time. You know, we've been here on the set together with Gabe and Bill and our amazing crew and cast. And I loved that life. But I'd come home and I'd sit on my sofa every night after a shoot. And I was like, oh, there's something else. There's like gnawing in the pit of my stomach. I'm like, there's something else I should be doing. And I was on a commercial set. And a fellow actor learned about my love of animals and saving the rainforest. And she said, would you come in and talk to my son's first grade class about the rainforest and saving animals? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And you know what happened, Jalen? I got home that night after speaking to that class, and I sat on my sofa and I thought, this is what I want to do. Because if you think about it, I still have an audience, right? Yeah. I'm still the star. But I was teaching, and then I was getting all this great feedback from kids. So that journey to Kids for Positive Change, I always say it found me. I started to develop programs to go into the classroom and teach kids. And then I met this young boy and I filmed him, and then I got the idea for the series. And I feel, oh, you're gonna make me cry. I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world because when I get up in the morning, I get to see you and I get to see the team. And even if we're not together, like I feel our energy and what we've created together. And we're putting something out to the world that's positive. So I think that's really great. So that was my journey. And thank you for being a part of it.
We're the kids for positive change, working together so we can arrange bright ideas and actions with help from our heartbeat to heal our planet, 'cause we're one family. Our goal is finding solutions we need to save our planet. Let's start with the seed that grows into actions to help light the way. Kids for positive change, come join us today.
All right, so it's day 4 of filming. Tell me how is it going, team?
Good.
Yeah, do you think we've saved the planet?
Yeah.
Almost. Do you think kid viewers are going to be super inspired and they're going to take positive action?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, give me your famous line. If we can take positive action,
so can you.
Yeah,
Kids for Positive Change is brought to you in part by Robert S. Morrison Foundation, the Ashtabula Foundation, the Kendall Foundation, Huffman Mayer Paulo Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors, a friend of Kids for Positive Change, After School Discovery, and viewers like you. Thank you.